Boys and girls, welcome back to the Commercial Real Estate Starting from Scratch podcast with me, John Kleisch, on episode number 48. If this is your first time tuning in, greatly appreciate you doing so. To fill you in on what we're doing here, just documenting my journey into commercial real estate, starting from scratch, from nothing, up until this point, which has been a little bit over a year, and now I own two buildings, both in the Phoenix metro area. One is an industrial building that is rented out to mostly automotive professionals, and then my other one is an office building that we are converting into salon suites. So go back, listen to them, get caught up. If not, welcome. Here we are. This is going to be a quick one, guys. I literally just got home. It's 8 p.m. I have to do a lot of things yet, and one of those is to eat dinner, and I'm hungry. So I always say that this is going to be a quick one, and it ends up being 30 minutes, but I promise you this is going to be a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So overall, pretty good week with Grand. We're still chilling. Mom's still emptying out that back lot. I have like a few more tires to get rid of, and we're done. We're rocking and rolling. I'm working on getting that semi-truck fixed up. I'm talking to people and starting to hire people to get into that semi-truck. The plan is to spend under $1,000 on getting keys, having someone take a look at this thing, seeing exactly what it needs to get started, and hopefully get this thing at least started. That way, when I sell it to somebody, they can see a truck running, and that is going to be way more valuable than a truck that's not running. If it goes beyond that $1,000 and I still don't have it running, I'm going to sell it probably somewhere, I don't know, 10, 15 grand probably is where that is going to end up. And that's okay because I am not in the semi-truck flipping business. I am in the rental business. So every time I spend with that stupid semi-truck, which has already been a lot of time, the more I am wasting time and effort and ultimately money. So that's what we got going on with that. Anything else with Grand? No, that's pretty much it. Boom, I told you, we're flying through these puppies here today. So Thunderbird, what did I do? I believe it was after this episode, maybe shortly after the last week's episode. I said, hey, I need to, my leads were getting very, very stale, very far and few between. I was still paying like $5-6 a day to boost each ad on 2 ads. And then I was like, here's a great idea. Let's refresh the ad. So I had AI rewrite my entire script. It took, 7 seconds. I just copy and pasted that, uploaded my pictures, boosted it, and I got a lease from it literally, I think the next day. So one lease signed, she's already paid. She got a smoking deal, like literally. I was trying to get $225, $250 for it. I got her in at $150 a week, which is obviously a huge discount, but I met her. I met her husband. She brought her kid with her too. Seems like somebody that's going to pay me. And ultimately, I gave her the smallest room that I have. So is it a complete loss? No, I got somebody in the door, and now they're paying money. She paid her security deposit already in her first month's rent. I am getting my plumber over there to install the plumbing and a sink for her. He's starting tomorrow. So we're moving and shaking. That lease is starting September 1st. So we got about 12 days. Is it 12 days, 11 days to get that in order? So hopefully a bulk of that will get done tomorrow. My other room downstairs that the lease starts on Friday, I walked it today. That is completely finished. When I say completely, I mean there's a little piece of flooring that needs to get re-glued down, and then we're done. She's moving in Friday. One of the things I have to do after this podcast is send out the welcome email with all of her codes. And let's see, I feel like there was somebody else I had in the mix. I had another great showing the day prior, Tuesday, yesterday, for a lady that is going to rent out our biggest suite at $415 per month. And that reminds me, I need to go out and follow up with her because very interested in hearing back from her. She told me she was going to follow up with me today, and I didn't. Shame on me, too busy, like I said. So that was very, very, very positive. I will cut her a massive deal if she's afraid of the rent cost, whatever. That's the room I already have plumbing in that I paid $3,000 to get plumbing in when that guy backed out. So that's a double, double, double win right there. And that's something she can move into right away. So that would be absolutely fantastic. And then today, at the end of the day, a few hours ago, I met another gentleman who runs this Pilates. He's like building a Pilates franchise. Maybe not a franchise, but multi-location type of Pilates deal. And they've got a really cool setup. Apparently, they have like a special floor they want to put in. That's like a mini platform with lights. They want to do a furring strip on top and add their own ceiling up on top. So they got this really cool look. I told them, yeah, buddy, I'll work with you if you need me to do XYZ, paint the place and do this for you, no problem. We got it. He's going to be in a bigger room at $350 per week. So that's another fantastic lease right there. If I could get that girl upstairs in that big corner office and this Pilates dude, that is like, I don't know, it's like over $2,000, well over $2,000, almost $3,000 a month that we will be bringing in. So that's absolutely huge on that front. Yeah, one gal is $1,660. The other guy's going to be like 1,400. So, and that's going to be a little bit more than that even still. So that's right at that $3,000. It'll be like $3,200 a month right there. That gets us like a halfway closer to our goal right now. I was kind of sweating the other day going, shoot, we're at like $7,000 a month right now, and we need to be at $14,000 in ASAP, like absolute, like 6 weeks kind of is what the deadline is. So if we could bring in an extra $3,000, then we're already at that $10,000 mark, a couple more leases, and then boom, we're there. And that would be that's the one thing that's killing me, guys, right now is this refinance, getting this note into a conventional note. And guys, we are really, really, really backed up against the wall on this one. Not that I want to put it out there, but there's just a low likelihood of us actually making that goal outside of us getting 3-4 leases a month, which is possible. If I get 3-4 more leases here in the next 30 days, that might do it. I can't keep giving away stuff though. That's the problem, is I'm giving a lot of stuff away to get people in the door. So obviously the more people I give away to, the more tenants I have to get. So hopefully I can get some good, solid, high paying tenants in here to level that out a little bit, really boost that revenue, because my math showed me that I needed to get about 7 more people signed up. And if I could get people in those big rooms, the 350, the 400 a week, I only need 2-3 more of those and then we're done. So really cutting it close, a lot closer than I would like. However, it is what it is. I am doing anything in my power that I can. I went out there multiple times a day. I'm going out there tomorrow in the middle of the day, in the middle of my work day. So that's going to cost me like 3 hours of work, which is quite a bit. So I'm doing it, whatever it takes. I got a person that says, hey, I want to see it. They're qualified. I'll go out there. So that's what we got going on. And pretty much, I got some more decorations done. I was able to put in a bunch of plants in that little weird bookcase area, and it went from this weird official CPA lawyer looking hallway with bookshelves into this really cool, like it's got a bunch of different plants and olive trees and little plants and bigger plants, and I was removing shelves to give it this kind of cool vibe. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen those pictures on the before and afters on how cool that looked, and that was like a couple $100, $200 and less than $200 in plants, and it really made that room, that hallway, go from drab to really cool. Not quite done with it. I still want to get a couple more things, maybe some candles that are not lit candles, just like candles there, some rolled up towels, maybe some other, I don't know, cool guy stuff, and then eventually put some LED lighting underneath those plants and those shelves to make them look really cool. Not doing that right now. Money is well spent in other places. So, but all things said and done, a couple $100 really spruced up that area. Way worth it. Times 10. Would do that over and over and over again. In fact, it's hard not to go back and buy more plants and things, but we're at a point right now where the decor is not really going to get more people in the door. What's going to get more people in the door is me cutting them deals, and then me getting sinks installed, because that's going to be the most highest use for our cash right now, is every dollar is extremely important, watching it like a hawk because we don't have a ton of it. So we are utilizing those dollars as best as possible. And right now, every single dollar that I can put into plumbing turns into higher dollars coming back to me every single month, which means that I could get out of this hard money, or both of these hard money notes, and into something that makes me not sweat at night. So fingers crossed, got our backs against the wall, but I'm going to do a new ad probably every 4 or 5 days and just delete an old one, pop up a new one, and just keep that trend going. Have AI write up a different script, have 2 different ones every 3, 4. I'm probably due for another one now that I'm thinking about it, so that's going to be on my list too. So I got to follow up with that girl that wants that corner office, and I need to make another listing and keep that ball rolling because, dude, that new listing helped out a ton. It was stale there for a while. Shame on me for letting that go so long. I wish I caught that earlier, but now I know. So with that traction that we're getting on these new Facebook boosted marketplace ads, it's going to be fine. We're going to be just fine. So overall, that's the update. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I got a lot of work to do. I got dinner to eat, and I feel like that's a really good place. Guys, 11 minutes. That's a freaking record for me to yammer yammer that short and hammer out all of those things. So kind of went over what I did. I went over what I got to do this week. So fingers crossed next week, maybe I'll have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 leases signed, and we can have a big celebration. That will be absolutely fantastic at the end of the day. So we're keep on keeping on. Guys, if you got a kick out of this podcast, please leave me a review. That would be absolutely fantastic. You don't even have to write anything. Just go to the bottom, review, 5 stars, thank you, goodbye. And ultimately, too, if you know somebody that would like this podcast or get some enjoyment factor out of it, please, the best thing that you could do is send it to that person and say, hey, listen to this goofball chat about commercial real estate. I think you'll get a kick out of it. So follow me on Instagram, john.kleisch. I do post pictures and updates on there so you guys can actually see what we are talking about. And guys, on that note, what a week. Appreciate you for tuning in every single week and listening and giving me the support. But on that note, we are out of here. Take her easy.